One of these guys has not paid me this week. I'm not gonna name names, but right now, it's Jono, and I'm a cheap piece of stuck on the your shoe, you.
Hello, welcome to Jono and Ben at 10 on a week that thousands were protesting to stop deep-sea drilling.
Yes, Ben, if only they could have picked a better acronym.
Watch out for the crabs.
In the UK, celebrity chef Nigella Lawson, she was accused of doing cocaine.
Oh, Nigel Laws, we should have seen the signs. I mean, the signs have been there this whole time.
So I'm starting off with quite a lot of Coke. It's 50 grams in there. After the Coke, I then add 2 teaspoons of Coke, just 1 teaspoon of ordinary Coke. Mix it up, and then, frankly, you are given a few lines at the weekend.
I just hope Nigella Break the Lawson was using fair trade cocaine.
Hey, the All Blacks also celebrated their year unbeaten, didn't they?
And I tell you what, there was no one happier than their flamboyant, extravagant coach, Steve Hansen.
Woo!
We'll enjoy the summer and reflect on what's been a great year.
It looks like he's going to be spending his summers filming depression ads with John Kerwin.
Now, someone who's a little happier is Michael Jackson's doctor, who has been released from prison and this week gave his first interview.
Do you believe he's a pedophile?
He gave a similar deadly long silence when he killed Michael Jackson.
Hey, there was only one thing missing from that dramatic pause, though, wasn't there?
Do you believe he's a pedophile?
I am not prepared to answer that question.
And the rest of the news this week was so blimmin' boring that Hilary Barry had to start making up riddles.
Kia ora, good evening. Hypothetical question. If John Banks goes down for fraud and Colin Craig replaces him in John Key's affections, how much of a worry is it for the rest of us?
12. A towel. The sound of one hand clapping.
Another hypothetical question. If a tree falls on Colin Craig in the forest, how much of the blame is laid on gay marriage?
Now, if you think our newsreaders were losing the plot, check out the Aussies, full of innuendo.
What do you have by your bed that is long and stabby?
If you've got an intruder coming into your house, why would you want to actually stab them? I'd want to be standing back and whacking them off from a distance.
So you don't...
Movember is almost over, isn't it?
Still plenty of time to donate, guys. The website will be scrolling along the bottom of your screens now.
Sweet graphics, man.
All right, Guy, how about one more moustache update?
It's going very well. Too well, some might say.
Please don't tell me you brought Mark Sainsbury all the way in just for that shit gag.
What the fuck else is he doing?
Well, I've got the election next year.
Yeah.
I'll be voting in that, so that's a huge responsibility, Guy.
It is a big responsibility. Hey, Mark, could you introduce my piece in a typical close-up style, maybe?
Guy Williams, a young man with no future and someone I don't particularly like, nor does anyone else, was sent to Australia for a premiere. Why, you might ask? Well, it was all in aid of the Movember charity. I don't do Movember anymore because it'll be totally unfair to pathetic moustaches like his. Sainzo out.
Hi, I'm Guy Williams, and I'm here live at...
Sydney.
I'm here live in Sydney.
Australia.
Sydney, Australia, okay. I'm here live in Sydney, Australia. You better not be with me. For the premiere of Anchorman 2, Rise of the Machines. It was the red carpet for the world's most famous mustachioed newsman. But without a moustache. Sorry, Movember guys. But it was still the biggest event of all time, and all the top world's journalists were there. Fox Sports, lovely to see you today. I can see that you're putting your best foot forward.
Absolutely.
What's up? Sorry. Do you not want me to do that? You don't want me to do that? Okay, cool. What the do you think you're doing? This is my gag. It was the hottest red carpet in town, and I got all the hot celeb gossip. Kirsten, how does it feel?
How does what feel?
I don't know. I've never never actually thought of that question before. It's quite a hard question to answer. I haven't never done one of these before.
Okay.
And I've just got to find you a card. Give me 2 seconds.
All right.
Any semi-favourable comments about New Zealand you'd like to make?
It's 2 islands.
Yeah.
It's not one big. It's not one big island. It's 2.
Have you been there before?
I never have.
No. Would you like to go?
Not particularly. You travel from New Zealand.
Yeah, I've come all the way from New Zealand.
Wait, we're in Australia. Let's get real. It's not that far of a trip, right?
It's quite a long trip.
Is it?
It was 3 hours, and then we had to wait ages for a taxi as well.
Oh, you got to add the taxi time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a blank one.
Have you ever been to New Zealand before?
I've never. It's where I want to go the most in the world. I want to go to New Zealand more than any other place.
I feel like you're talking shit there.
No. I swear to God. I really want to go there.
What if you could just go there very easily if you wanted to?
Are you kidding? It's 3 hours away plus a taxi ride. Ask me about what was it like to do brick again?
What was it like to do brick again?
I tell you, I love that question because
I just want to say I personally and deeply care about each and every one of you. Except for Todd. That one guy, Todd, who lives in Wellington.
When is Evan Almighty 2 coming out?
not in a million years.
Why not in a million years?
You know why?
Why?
All of those animals are dead.
I don't want to waste any more of your time, but it was a privilege and an honour. Thank you very much.
Well done, guys. Great job.
Great job, guy.
Are you guys serious? I thought you'd be jealous because I got to go meet Will Ferrell and you didn't. No. You had to be here at home and hang out with your lame families.
No, we're not bitter at all. Now I know how Wile E. Coyote feels.
Ah, don't worry, mate. We'll get him next time when we paint the train tunnel on the wall.
Now, we weren't the only ones trying to kill off a character on a TV show this week. Family Guy killed off Brian.
Brian, look out!
Oh! Well, it's a pleasure to have Brian in the studio with us tonight. Brian, how you going, mate?
Brian, what was it like being on Family Guy for over 14 years?
And who out of all the cast and crew are you most going to miss?
Why is he not talking to us?
Because we blew all the budget on the fancy animation, mate. None of us can do a good Brian voice, so...
That's right, bro.
Oh, God! Jono and Ben, that is how you do it, you pussies.
God.
Can't unsee that stuff. Get some dental watch in the first row.
Because more carnage in this week's next
Brain
actor.
matter and everything.
Someone guess the doggy bag? Today we're at KFC where our next actor is Drew Nemi.
Yes, Drew's a television presenter, he's a singer.
He used to be a McDonald's young entertainer.
And ironically, this is where most of the cast have ended up. Fuck you too. Whatever she orders, just put it all in the box and shake it round.
Enjoy. There you go. That's on the house.
You know how they say KFC's finger licking good, Drew?
Yeah.
We want you to try and lick his fingers.
Okay. Can I check your hands up for a sec, bro? Your hands, yeah. You know how they say KFC's finger looking good?
Just start eating food, Drew, and serving the customer, mate.
How can I help you?
You should not eat when you're serving the customer.
Can you just give me a break for 2 seconds? 2 seconds. You're always on my ass.
See if you can just repeatedly burp during the conversation, Drew.
Okay, what would you like?
Hey. Sorry, just keep burping.
No, it's not.
He's gone hot and spicy.
Yeah, take your shirt off and celebrate.
Let's make this hot and spicy. Hot and spicy.
Have a big sip of it.
Here you go. What? It's fine, it's fine. Why are you always on my balls?
Drink that one she just poured, Drew.
Now what are you gonna do?
When you get this lady's order, can you just sneeze on it blatantly in front of her, please?
What's that? No, that's fine, that's fine.
How about if I just pretend?
I'll change it, okay? All right, that's all you.
You've been busting my balls all day, lady.
You've been busting my balls all day. Have they hired you to annoy me? Is that what they've done? Look up to that camera up there. Look up to that camera up there. And no, say, fuck you, Jono and Ben. Fuck you. Say it. It's fine.
Yes. Now, coming up on the show, Kate Hawkesby helps us mess with the believers.
And Guy Williams tracks down another Kiwi YouTube sensation.
But first, if you're some sort of moron struggling with technology, Telecom can help you out.
Many smartphones now come equipped with front-facing cameras.
What? You can take a photo with your phone?
Oh, wow.
Why have I not been taking pictures of my genitals and sending to people?
Someone tell teenage girls about, not about your genitals, but take photos with yourself. Anyway, moving on.
I did my own version of those ads. Don't go away. Hi, and welcome to Technolo Guy, the new way for old and stupid people to learn about smartphones, or just phones, as regular people call them. Before we start, let's talk about these things called numbers. Numbers range from 1 all the way up to 9. Is 5 a number, I hear you ask? Great news, it is. Let's get started, eh? First, pick up the phone. Then, dial the number of your son or daughter. If they're purposefully ignoring you, then make sure you leave a super long and boring voicemail that they'll never check.
I think you'll really like her. Don't worry that her mum's fat.
And don't forget to mention that you're worried about their brother.
I'm worried about your brother.
Make sure you switch off your phone as soon as you finish using it. You wouldn't want to run out of that battery that you can recharge at any time. Time for Guy's quick tip of the week. Did you know that you can save heaps of money on an expensive iPad by just typing "sent from my iPad" at the bottom of your emails you sent? That's all for this update. Tune in next week when we talk about sexting. Thanks for watching Technolo Guy.
On a week that everyone's banging on about Lord winning all the Vodafone Music Awards.
Oh, mean ass pun, bro. Yes, Lord won 4 awards, making last year's big winner, Kimbra, somebody I used to know.
Oh, I like what you've done there. Yeah, we were actually at the awards, weren't we? And Lord had some pretty special news for us.
She's been on Letterman, she's been on Ellen. She just told me next week, Jono and Ben at 10.
No, can't do. Can't do, bro. Already booked the feelers for next week's show, mate.
You may have thought I was making a terrible joke, but I'm continuing on that terrible joke because, ladies and gentlemen, we've got James Reid for the feelers!
Larger than life, it's how I remember you, the harder I try.
All right.
I can't forget you.
Back to Coro Gold or whatever you were waiting for, mate. We don't have time for this shit. We don't have time for this.
Guys, stop putting pressure on the man.
I pressure man on do you suffer through the ground?
I'll tell you what, that sweet song tie-in is about as good as it gets.
This is as good as it gets.
You guys are just fishing for song titles here.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
Fishing for the sun.
What is that song even about?
Well, there was a time, there was a fishing trip, there's a bird overboard and the cops don't know anything.
All right, James, time for you to stand up.
Cheers, boys.
That man is a renegade fighter. I said that man is a renegade fighter.
No, not them.
That was Zed, mate. Now, still with music, Justin Bieber was here during the weekend. He proved he could skate.
Yeah, and then he sang in concert and proved he couldn't sing live.
Of course, the Believers were out in force, Ben, weren't they? And who better to pick on than poor defenceless tweens?
Now, in a couple of hours, Justin Bieber's going to be performing right here, and the Believers are already here.
Yeah, so we thought it was a perfect opportunity to bring back an old favourite, Fake News with Kate Hawkesby.
Calling me old?
Just realised I called you old.
I'm here with Chelsea, Emma and Amber, who've just told me they love Justin Bieber's music, but they think he's really ugly. That's a bit harsh, isn't it, guys?
No! He's hot! He's more than hot!
But you just told me he was ugly.
No. Are you hearing things?
Oh, okay.
Bring it up. It's a bit of beef on the news here.
I'm here with Tony and Caitlin, who've just admitted they're here to boo and jeer and ruin the concert for everyone else. It's a bit harsh. You're here to, like, ruin it for everyone.
I love it!
So I'm I'm here with Courtney, who's just been talking me through her thoughts on how we can help the humanitarian crisis in the Philippines. So I'm here with these guys who've just made this placard for tonight's concert.
No.
Wait, what? What's your name?
Sophia.
Sophia.
You have no soul, Kate Hawkesby.
So I'm here with 8-year-old fan Sophia, who's just telling me off camera her ideas to solve the humanitarian crisis in the Philippines.
To help the Philippines, you could, like at school for Mufti Day, you could give in a lot of money so they can have a nice home. Or
We tried to trick an 8-year-old. Yeah, nice work, Kate Hawkesby. Now, Bieber, he's a bit of a badass these days. Do you know if you play one of his songs backwards?
Oh, classic gag, Ben. Great one. All right, cut the shit. It's time for the Guy Williams Memorial Award for Hunger Fails. Another week. Let's check it out. The Guy Williams Awesome Award for Hunger Fails. Brought to you by Snickers.
In at number 3, careful. Oh, so close. And at number 2, Nokia New Zealand's Twitter account has had enough of your shit. Uh-oh. And at number 1, the dad in Hamilton who sent his kid down a hill and into trees and then didn't help him and just laughed. I wanted to check it out, so I went along to check it out.
Sam and Preston, how's it going? Nice to see you, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good.
some more pops and colour pop.
Is he a bit brain damaged from the crash? No? Okay, all right, let's go check out where it all happened. So this is the hill you did it?
Yeah.
A very steep hill leading into some trees.
Yeah, you've got to get some speed going.
Get some speed into the trees. Preston, you ready to go again, mate?
Come on.
Preston, cut the crap. Get here right. No, that's not the way to handle kids, is it? Sorry about that, sir. Preston, can you get on your bike and ride down the hill so I can get out of Hamilton?
No crash.
You want me to crash?
No.
Oh, God, I'm going to have to do this, aren't I?
I'm scared, Preston.
It's too big.
Don't film me, don't film me.
This is my chocolate.
Here's your chocolate, bro. Very well done.
Now, if you thought that ending was odd, you should have seen what they were cooking up on Come Dine With Me.
Gina's main course is faggots with mash.
Faggots? I've never had a faggot.
Sometimes I've had them and I've liked them, and I've had them and I've not. So it depends what sort of faggots, really.
Colin Craig's least favourite meal, that one.
Now coming up, we go hungry for the Hunger Games.
Jono torments me and my new PS4.
We'll see you after the break.
Congratulations must go to Luigi.
The man who allegedly pressured Bevan Chuang into going public about her affair with Len Brown is engaged. Luigi announced the news via Facebook.
The name of his fiancée is Melissa USA Green Card.
I think you'll actually find, Guy, her name is Squeegee Waweegee.
That's right. And the Waweegies actually are honeymooning in the Fijis, where they're betting on the GGs and listening to the Bee Gees.
And one day, they hope to have wee Waweegees. Although that gives me the heebie-jeebies.
And they're honeymooning in an Indian tent, also known as a teepees. This is a bad crowd.
No, that was a bad effort. Anyway, the biggest movie out right now is, of course, The Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Yes, and I can't wait for the Kiwi version. It's Hunger Games Catch Fire.
That better be the last one of that you have.
Oh, no, there's one more. Check this out.
No.
And it doesn't stop there, Guy Williams. We came up with one more version in this week's Action Men. Here we are at the International Food Court.
Now, you've heard of the Hunger Games. This is the Hungry Games.
What country is steak, is my question.
It's in Europe, just next to kebab.
Oh, let's visit.
Welcome to the second annual Hungry Games. Round 1. Tributes must feed themselves for free from the food court buffet.
Sitting down pretending he's doing a lunch. Now he's gone for a shoelace tie and he's down under the table. Pretty sure the dude's noticed him. He's moving this thing away.
Slow
Hey, man,
approach.
that's really good. Whereabouts do you have?
He's locked in a guy in a black t-shirt, turned him away.
A cheese.
I think you may have noticed now, but he didn't call me out on it, right?
Whoa!
It was like a drive-by easy.
Wow.
He's coming over now.
Speechless.
Here you go, mate. You hold that just for a second. I'm out.
Round 2. Tributes must take back their takeaway.
Jono's got himself a nice little chicken meal from Porto. Yeah. What we're going to do now is out with the old chicken, mate. Okay.
No, you're kidding.
In with the new chicken, mate.
Careful, he gently does it. Hey, listen, I just bought a bit of chicken before, but I think it's a bit fresh. Yeah, I just bought it today. Yeah. No, I think it's a bit too fresh, though. See? Yes. It's a bit too fresh. You get what I mean? Yeah, it's too fresh. Too fresh. Yeah.
Yes, that chicken is too fresh.
I just bought a piece of chicken. Whoa. Can I get another meal? Is there any chance?
It's a no from Porto.
No refund.
Mate, I thought you had it, but I guess I just counted my chickens before they hatched.
Oh my God.
Now, the other big news this week, of course, Sony released their PS4, and old mate over here was banging on about getting one, wasn't
I
he?
stupidly told you that I was going to buy one, and then you turned it into this week's punishment.
Yes, so until next week, thank you so much for watching, and until then, it sucks to be Ben. See you guys.
The new PlayStation 4 was released last night, and Ben is obsessed with PlayStation, always banging on about it.
How are you guys? Hi, Senny. How are you? Time for Daddy to be punished.
What?
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
There was no Jono versus Ben this week.
One question. How are you enjoying your new PlayStation? It even smells new.
Because it is new. It's like 8 hours old.
Well, we're about to play a game called The Wheel of PS Fortune. Let's find out what you're playing for today. It's your PS4.
Go fuck yourself.
Fantastic. The rules of the game are simple, Ben. Rose will put your PS4 in one of our empty boxes. I'll ask you a simple question. If you get that question wrong, Rose will then spin the wheel of PS Fortune. Whatever box lands in front of me gets the sledgehammer treatment.
Seriously?
Time for your first question. How many seconds have you owned your new PS4?
12 hours.
Time's up. Sorry, Ben.
Oh, this is horrible.
Ready?
No, I'm not. I don't know. This is horrible. Oh, yes!
You survived that question. On to the next one.
No more questions.
In the amazing song Photograph by the band Nickelback, what the hell is on Joey's head?
A hat?
It was a brain tumour. Ooh. There's something in there. Let's have a look, mate.
I don't want to have a look.
Whose laptop is this?
What's...
That would be your laptop.
Are you serious?
My laptop's in the car.
Your laptop was in the car?
Seriously, what is that doing there?
Oh, you.
Where's your laptop, mate?
No, I feel bad now. I feel really bad.
Great game show.
Rose!
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God.